Yeah, we going from the jump. All right. Good evening, good afternoon. Welcome, homies, homettes, dogs, cats, really whatever preference you feel like calling yourselves. My name is Handsome Samson, Dos Equis, Quentin Tarantino Pro. It's a lot of names. Leonardo DiCaprio Pro. Don't forget that one either. Y'all can just call me Pro. And welcome to the XX Files. Give yourself a round of applause. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So y'all, this is not only a podcast, this is truly a safe space where we're going to talk about wild theories, conspiracies, and all in all, preserving culture. Welcome, welcome to the XX Files again. So with that being said, I just wanted to create something not only that was special to myself, but special to a culture that I find amazing. We're losing recipes, y'all. I just felt like one day I woke up and I'm just realizing there's a lot of people that just don't relate to things that I've seen, or from movies to music to social media to just different things and cultures that I've experienced. It's just people are fading away and we're losing a lot of soldiers. And I just wanted to create something that was special to those people, someplace that we could debate, talk, act like we at the barbershop, a real safe space for all the homies and homettes just to talk about things and have moments to be like, oh, I remember that. Or moments to be like, thank you, I know where you're coming from. Or really just moments just feel like fucking venting. Welcome to the XX Files, where we preserve culture once again in a luxurious way. Let's get this started, y'all. This is episode 1. So with that being said, topic number 1, where we going with this? All right, y'all. So I say the first topic is going to be old social media versus new social media, which is pretty amazing. And I feel like I've got to see like the whole social media wave kind of go crazy. I remember when my sister had a Black Planet. That was crazy. And I feel like I had one. I was way too young to be having it. And what them gifts were doing, man, those pixels was freaky way back then. But what y'all remember that? Y'all, the Black Planet?
I was on Mocha Space.
Wow. Mocha Space, tagged, all them joints. Tag. But we're gonna talk about how crazy it was on MySpace and the beefs not having all your people in your top 8. If y'all remember the top 8 on MySpace, it was stressful. And it's all your fault, MySpace Tom, bro. Y'all remember Tom, you know what I'm saying? He was in the chair looking like this. You know what I'm saying? Tom started so many beefs in high school for people not being in your top 8. And it was crazy how it started. Like you get yourself 20 friends, you cool, 30, 40, 50 in your friends list. Once it start growing, your top 8, it was really like Mortal Kombat, like who's the best of the best. Yes, for real. People will come back at you, talk to you at school like, hey, why you take me at your top 8? This was dudes. This was shawties. Like, it was real offensive. It started some squabbles. Your top 8. And I find it funny about how that was then. And I feel like how the algorithm is now. They were making us little Terminator monsters and caring about everything on social media and like the story and the storms that came with it. And nowadays, if we talking about social media now, Instagram, it's the Wild Wild West. Y'all know IG, the Wild Wild West. Pull out your phone right now. You right there. Pull out your phone right now. And if you could scroll when not seeing nobody yams or nobody shake, I'll give you $1 right now. Right now. I say shout out to my guy Kid Maestro. You know, he has a song called I See Way Too Much Ass on Instagram. And Brody literally on his phone swipe left. He has to work consistently to keep swiping left to make sure like his algorithm stay clean, and he got to fight every day. But that's just one facet of Instagram. Instagram like is so wild. Do y'all remember when Instagram where you should be able to see what somebody liked? Do you know how many fights that started? Oh my goodness, in 4K. Why you liking this bitch shit? Hey, why you liking his shit right here? It was a lot of relationship. I done seen some stuff. I was just like, wow, you just got to keep scrolling. And it probably got a lot of people caught up on some freaky stuff. Our generation, y'all know we could catch that. But think about like the old folks that was on Instagram, just double tapping, liking stuff willy-nilly. Oh my gosh. The freaks come out at night. No, the freaks come out at likes. For real. Like, you know, and it's crazy to see where social media began to where it is now. But now, outside of even Instagram, you can't type in your name on X without porn popping up. Straight like that. Dog, you can't type your name in at all without something popping up. You might even pop, one of your videos might pop up like, dang, when I record this, I ain't see this at all. I didn't even know you called me in 4K. Yeah, I was wilding that night. Old social media versus new social media. Honestly, it's a pick your poison thing because you wanted the beef of being like, you know what I'm saying, somebody's best friend, or do you want the beef of getting caught in the likes? I just find it fun. I know how Zuckerberg moving, and I just find it like, okay, I see how the CIA roll, but it's a pick your poison type thing. Next topic. What are we talking about, man? Uh,
Where you got these top? Your top eight. How many signs you had in your top eight?
I had,
Yeah, no signs. Stop.
okay. All right, hold on.
I ain't had no signs.
Hold on, you right. Hold on. Everybody had like one or two shorties that they had a crush on. Yeah, yes.
They like, that's my friend.
Yes, that's my friend.
Nah, nigga, you trying.
It had, hold on, you had like, it would be like your top eight. If it was a dude, it would probably be four of your homies or five, and it would be like one home girl that you probably cool with, and the other two are just like, all right, you my friend. I'm trying to let her know I like her. So like, no, top eight. It was a devious game. And if you made like your crush your number one, you was simping. You was a simp. You didn't even give her a chance. She don't even say nothing to you in the hallway. Like, come on now, man. Come on. The internet showed you early who people were. It showed you early. But yeah, I'm gonna keep it a bean. Yeah, I probably had like one or two. But hey, people got traded. Not saying people got traded. I say it was top eight, but the top six was the most. Now, honestly, it was the top four. That was the most important. You all remember? Because it had two layers. You either had a top four and then the layer underneath that. So that's how the internet was working back then.
Yeah, I had to start five and the back. You know,
Oh,
I ain't got no room for no homeboys. I knew what time it is.
wow.
Click on the giant.
But hold on, but okay, if y'all put it like that, did y'all ever have like you and your homie like had the same one in your top eight that is like, hey, why she in your top eight? Like, look, yeah. It was a lot of like internet, like dirty macking, bro, going on at that time, you know? You slide. I don't even remember what I used to say. Like, no, it was the games. They'll have the little in the online questions games that you will play. Oh my gosh, bro, what an era, bro. What an era. And you really didn't get no play if your page wasn't dope. If your page wasn't fly, it was really like pulling up to the club. Your page had to be fly. Your song had to be dope too. And you couldn't just have one of them random ass template pages. No, I don't want to see no Kanye West template page. No, y'all remember, bro. It was golden times. But it taught you how to code. It's probably some dude right now in IT going crazy right now from the coding he learned from MySpace. What the fuck was I doing playing around, bro? Goodness gracious, bro.
You just went to college, man.
Yeah, Here we are talking to y'all. Next topic, back in the day, relationship, memory, or music moment. And I got this. I'm gonna tell y'all about the first time. Not only where I got on stage for like rap, but the first time I got booed off stage too. And man, it taught me something special. Yes, sir, ski. I got booed. Now I'm be 1,000 with you. Like first time I was ever like on stage was like at one of the mega churches. They ain't gonna boo me off of that. You know, I'm talking about the Lord. So, and I was crushing it. To those who seen it and that still follow me, y'all better tell them, bro. Don't act like I'm lying. Y'all know I crushed it back then. But when I got older, so I say I had to be like maybe 18, 19. It was an opportunity for me to perform at this legendary Memphis spot, and it was called Brinson's. Downtown Memphis. If you know, you know. Legendary. Shout out to all the Brinson's family members. They are a legendary part of the city. So my homie was throwing the show. He was like, hey, yo, pro, I'm going to put you on the show. You're going to perform. I'm geeked. I never had like, you know, a show like this, so I don't know how to go. And as I'm older, I know now that if I'm performing on tracks, like, you know, don't rap over your vocals. I'm just one of those old school type people. But then, you know, I didn't know better. So I had a track, wasn't mixed at all, rough as hell. And the vocals was there, and I was rapping off a Nuck If You Buck. Lord have mercy, everybody named mama had a Nuck If You Buck verse. So I go to the club. As I'm on the stage, probably like 6 or 7 people. It was early too, so he played it, and honestly, oh my gosh, bro, it's so embarrassing. So yo, my homie who actually not even mixed the project, who DJ'd over the project but didn't mix it. He had Gangsta Grills like samples all in it. So while I'm performing Nuck If You Buck, it's Gangsta Grizzle, bruh. No, bruh, copyright infringement like a motherfucker. So I get on stage, bro, and I'm rapping Nuck If You Buck. I'm rapping to my heart can take. I'm like, man, in my mind, I'm like, bro, this is the start of my dreams. I'm on it. Like, this is what it looks like. And I'm feeling myself. I'm in the middle of the first verse, and I just see this drunk lady like halfway asleep. So in my head, I'm like, man, hopefully my music turn up. She halfway asleep. It's like I stumbled and woke up like an alarm clock. Halfway into my verse, she just woke up like a zombie and was just like, boo, boo, hey, get the fuck off the stage. And in this moment, I found out who I was, because I wasn't like embarrassed. Yes, I was. I wasn't shamed. Yes, I was. I was more so like, hey, what the fuck? I said, shut the fuck up. I realized like how much I cared about this music stuff, because I literally pulled the mic, hey, shut the fuck up, ugly. I just started roasting her. And it was literally like an out-of-body experience, calling her all sorts of names. And it wasn't just because who she was. It was like, man, I'm leaving my heart out here, yo drunk ass. But that was a defining moment for me. It told me to be prepared, take them vocals out, and bro, what's good is good and what's bad is bad, and the motherfuckers will boo you, so wake up. So I'm glad I learned that lesson early. So I say that was a special music moment I got to learn, you know what I'm saying, as a youngin'.
You think niggas not getting booed enough these days? You think we need more of that?
Yes, I think yes, I think we need more of that. Like I feel a certain type of way. Yeah. I had to catch myself. I ain't trying to get canceled first episode. I'm gonna wait till y'all see like my real personality. But with that being said, like, yeah, I feel like people need to get booed. I feel like sometimes people need to get punched in their chest a little bit, as far as just like verbally, or like against. I don't even want to say humbled. Just let them know like this is real. Like more so like a military mentality. Like, you know, people don't have to like you, or you. That's not given. Like that has to be earned. So yeah.
I think it's shame. We got shame.
Yeah.
We like, we need like authentic, genuine shame.
Yes.
That shit is bad.
Yes.
Stop.
Yes, authentic shame. That's the perfect way to place it.
We need to bring that little black clown back from the Apollo they used to use.
Yes. Sandman, bring Sandman back. It's dude. But man, you know how many people be get carted off stage? Motherfuckers can't perform nowadays for real. Like, or they don't. And that just shows like time. They don't even know what it looks like to perform. Like, who do they got to like show them like the ropes? And a rapper not having like a backtrack, niggas respectfully, niggas ain't even rapping like that these days. It's like a core fan base of people that's rapping, then other people screaming, other people's like repeating the same lines, and that's cool and all, you know, that's a different type style, but it's just it's hard to like judge people with what they doing on stage, because the way people perform is so different. And I never want to step on people's toes, be like, oh, that ain't artistic expression. It's just, people need to be able to connect with it. That's all I'm saying. And in some type of real ass way. And I feel like that's where we losing them.
No, for sure. Nah, bro. Like, I was watching this TikTok earlier, and it was like the thong song is literally the same verse repeated 3 times, but more passion each time. And if you think about it, like if you go back and listen to the
Bro,
it's literally the
second verse was on change. That a third, yeah, baby, that thong.
but he knew how to perform.
Hey, Cisco, man, he was running across the beach on bitches. That's he was, bro. He was on cheeks, literally running on cheeks, bro. Man, shout out to Cisco, bro. Like legend, bro. Y'all remember that Dragon Ball Z game that had like that thong song was the theme song? Bro, I promise I'll pull that joint up. It was a Dragon Ball Z game, was on Cartoon Network, and it was like, and I will pull that joint up, and the thong song was like the song. You could pick Goku, Piccolo, Yamcha. Y'all, once again, y'all are watching. Y'all my proof. Y'all know I'm not lying, man. It was that Dragon Ball Z game, and I promise, if I could find a little link or something, I'm posting that motherfucker right here. Next topic, man. All right, okay. Why does growing up in the 2000s hit different? And I guess talking about that, like old music versus new music, I guess. Why does it hit different? And I mean, I'll jumpstart this. You know, as far as like being able to old music and new music, I feel like it's different because these folks, it's too on command. It's too in your hand. It's like getting a new song or building up to an album was kind of like waiting for Christmas. Like I remember the first time like we had to wait for not Get Rich or Die Trying, but what was the album after Massacre? Like I remember like the hypeness for albums. Like I feel like albums and waiting for hypeness and like the promo, I feel like that is dead. And I feel like when you got that, you just appreciated music more, or maybe even beyond then, where folks had to like, if we wanted to record one of our ringtones, we had to put the phone up to the TV.
TV, radio.
Yep. Yep. Or even back then, like where our parents had to like catch a song. It wasn't just on demand or from MP3s. You listen to the same song over and over. Pray the radio, play the song. So I just feel like with those methods, you just had to appreciate it more. And also with the allure with social media just kind of being here, I feel like we didn't know a lot of these artists, so it made you more excited to see them. And now that all of that blah blah blah, I keep going on, but compared to new music, to where it is always in your hand, it is always just right there. And I feel like every day, man, an artist is trying to like top. It's not just about the music. I feel like it's something attached to it, a controversy. If not a controversy, just something has to sell it. It's I can't find the word for it if y'all got it, man, but. It just doesn't feel authentic. It just feels like a gimmick has to be attached to music somehow to make you even a fan. And even to say that, like, I can't say that that's a horrible thing, because I compare everything to wrestling, right? And my favorite wrestlers weren't my favorite wrestlers because the nigga did a cool ass suplex. Like, it was the idea around who Stone Cold was, what he did, or the idea around who The Rock was and all these things. So I feel like when I listen to music, I'm not just listening to the music just because somebody got a cool bar. So I guess it is like the story that come with them. But I feel as though it can overshadow like, yo, like I want you to still create something that I can kind of hold on to. And it's just different nowadays, man. How you feel?
Man, to be honest, it's the amount of music that can be released at one time. Like, I'm going back to what you said about waiting, like knowing that they dropped this single, and like I gotta wait another like 2 months for the actual album to come out, and then like now we got shout out to Don True. He did drop the mixtape every month for 2 straight years. Like there's like 24 like
That's insane. That's insane.
It's cool.
In the blog era, that would have been this shit would have been talked about. Bro, like, man, it's just different, yeah.
And it doesn't but that gets overlooked because like they're like, oh, you know, young boy dropped XYZ amount of albums in a year. You know what I'm saying? And it's literally the amount of like saturation and where we are.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not in their face, you don't exist no more.
That's true, and that stigma is it's dumb to me because it's you ain't hot, bro. Just because you don't see them, like it's y'all. If y'all don't wake up and realize there's so many ways they get gual out here to like live a real comfortable life, just because you don't see them in your face, they you don't understand. They probably still hustling. Like it's a lot of ways to get some bread, but I do feel as though like you're right. And a lot of people just don't understand. So you're right. If they don't see them or if they aren't doing something controversial to put them stay in their face all the time, then they act like they aren't important, aren't making any moves. I'm like, shit, I bet they living pretty good. Let's see what else we got. Okay. Ooh. Early internet versus internet today. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I definitely was from that generation. My mama had AOL online. Dun, 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 dun. Sound like a C major ad lib when you had to have that dial-up modem. I remember old internet. I remember frying my mom's computer with downloading Kazaa, trying to download all them beats and finding something for me to beat. I was definitely wilding downloading some flicks online before school. But before school, I said what I said. I was a freak. I was freaky, man. Like what I would do is like before school, like I start downloading something, and then like by the time I get home. Before school, bro. Before school, I said, man, when I get home, it's gonna be. Yes, sir. But now see, my mama had her own computer. We had our own computer. She never bothered that, and we had she had it upstairs. My mama never walked upstairs. So I said, bro, and my little sister was like way too young, so she didn't bother and they didn't know what it was, man. But you gotta understand, bro. I didn't know what I was downloading. I was just typing in whatever freaky thing came to my mind. So it wasn't nothing. Yes, it was some. Goodness gracious, bro. Fried the computer, bro. My mom like, what's wrong with this computer? Why my hard drive? I don't know, mom. Meanwhile, all you hear is Soulja Boy beats. All these songs, man.
No, man. Nigga ain't never had a house phone, but a nigga definitely had the cord plugged up to the computer for something.
Bro, you was hustling. Dang. dang, I didn't even know you could do that. But old internet, you had to be savvy. Like you had to be savvy. Real talk. Like had a finesse through. And you had to be patient too. Old internet, it was you had to wait for everything to load up like PS2 screens. Like it was going slow. That's what I'm saying. It was going extremely slow, and it just taught you, I guess, to appreciate. And versus internet now, like I said earlier, like bro, it's really the wild wild west. Like I remember, like even if you wanted to like look up something gory, like I ain't trying to like I ain't trying to like support this, but like I was young, I would go like to rotten.com, see a whole bunch of like sick stuff, bro. All I gotta do is go on X. Like I feel like this newer generation just desensitized to everything, and I can say maybe shout out to Call of Duty, GTA, all these games. But these folks is desensitized to the wildest things that you see on everyday life. You shouldn't be able to see this, and I appreciate the old internet. I appreciate the new internet as far as fast speed, but it's wild. And I just think about society and how these people are affected and how we go through our day to day with these folks just having access to some of the most vicious, vile, ludicrous stuff without having to actually kind of like, once again, struggle and work for it. And honestly, it makes it feel like, do you even care? Like, do they even care about anything? Like life? Do they care about like women after seeing having so much access to corn? Like, what you care about? Like for real? I'm curious.
Man, no, man. I don't know. Like I do remember like with the old internet, like you used to have a plan. Like I'm gonna get on the computer and I'm gonna specifically like,
yes,
download music or, like,
AI, all this.
play this game
Yeah.
whatever. And now it's just like, oh yeah, no, I got 37 tabs open. I'm gonna go do that. Like I got 150 tabs open on my phone.
On your phone, on your computer, on whatever contraption you have, bro. It's anywhere.
But I'm a fan of the amount of access though. Just information, just being able to go to ChatGPT and be like, hey, how far is this place from Venus or something like that. But I do appreciate the effort that it took to actually go and look it up in a book back in the day when it was actually time to go and figure it out. But being able to have that access is cool. Just as somebody dad, bro, like I be having to be over my little girl's shoulder all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Because if she uses my phone, I don't have parental browsing guys on my phone.
Oh wow.
So, like I gotta put on like a whole separate like YouTube account and everything.
So it's every time you just give it a phone, you got to whoop whoop boom.
Yeah.
That's all right. So
just to make sure, because like I know not to, you know what I'm saying, go and click on whatever. But she's 7, she might be like, I don't know, what is this? And now I gotta have a 3-hour conversation explaining some random internet stuff.
dang. Okay. Do y'all ever? Okay. I'm gonna pivot this question. Do y'all ever worry about things on the internet that you've done that one day your kid might see and be like, Dad, like, what's this?
I got some bras on the net for sure. if she sees, she gonna be like, what they do to make it in net? I was a different person back then.
Oh, bro, that's kind of cool to me. If you got some World Star squabbers, like yeah, you ain't got to do the back in the day. You say, oh no, let's pull this World Star video up. That's cold to me. New internet wins. Like you ain't got to hear Granddad's story. Hold on, let me pull this up on YouTube. Let me show you what I was on.
Oh yeah, nah, man. With digital media, like if you got an iCloud and you got the same iCloud that you can have for years, like it's so much just like stuff. Like
That's terrifying.
My first iPhone, that's like
terrifying. That shit blow up. That shit too much. Oh my god, terrifying, bro. What's next topic? Let me say we killing time right now. All right, let's go to the next part. We staying on time. This is conspiracy of the week. I'm excited about this one. So, conspiracy of the week, y'all. You know, just something that we just really talk about, just open conversation. Just what I think, and I got notes for my conspiracy, and I'm gonna go into it right here. My wild conspiracy, y'all, is I'm convinced the '90s and early 2000s was an inside job to create the last generation of real humans before the world got fully fake. I'm going to read that one more time. I'm convinced that the 90s and early 2000s were an inside job to create the last generations of real humans before the world got fully fake. Hear me out. Like, I just felt music had more emotions. Movies had real storytelling. Even down to the WWE, they had characters that felt larger than life. And like I said, even in MySpace, like, it would cause real beef. It was just a different time. And nowadays, I just feel like everything is all digitalized, AI'd out, and there's the lack of feeling. Man, there's a lack of feeling. There's a lack of connection. And I just feel like there's so many generations. Like I feel like even though you could be 10, 15 years older than somebody, I feel like that's like damn near 3-4 generations, because so much has happened in society, from like the internet, social media, COVID, all this stuff. And I just feel like they don't understand or just have an understanding of what that feeling is like. A lot of these kids ain't even gone outside to really touch grass, So I just felt like in the 90s, 2000, like that was like the last taste where society kind of just, had something real. Now, and that's no disrespect to these youngins, but I just felt like y'all ain't seen it. And that's why we doing this show. Give me y'all thoughts, man. Do y'all feel like that was the last generation, or what's up, man? Put me on game. How y'all feel?
Man, honestly, I feel like we are in the midst of like a reset. Like it's got to get
reset.
crazy before it gets better. But the things that we are pushing as like people now, like more individuality, creative freedom, ownership, like that's not stuff that was preached to us back then.
Facts.
The people who came up and be like, yeah, nah, it's that bullshit.
That's
you
true.
gotta go and do this, and this. Like, what there took those people to go through and make those mistakes. Those mistakes are part of the reason why we are where we are. And the generation now is just not starting to wake up to be like, listen, we probably need to do something about what's going on.
That's true. It's such a man. When I hear stuff like that, I always want to be like, yeah. But I'm like, man, I feel like every generation has a double-edged sword. And what do I mean? Like before us, like I feel like our parents, like they didn't have creative jobs. Like my mom came from poverty. Like she had to go to like the Navy, had to go to the military because that was her only option out. Just to provide us options to do what, and then our option was, hey, go to school, go to college, do this, and then we did this like, it's kind of like cheat code. This next generation, they like, man, fuck school. I'm about to get on this internet. I'm about to game. I'm about to like stream and make all this money. So it's just like, I wonder what like the next version of that is, because even though it's cool, I just feel like, man, we got a generation of folks that just don't know how to do a lot. Even down to the people that went to college in this generation. Y'all probably AI most of y'all college joints. So like you probably don't really know what's going on. So I'm happy that they got it, but I just feel like, man, maybe that struggle taught us something that they don't understand. And I wonder what that struggle gonna look like for them. Or can they handle that same baggage? Because I come from a generation, hey, man, you hold that shit in. Therapist, fuck you. Like, I'm not, but go to therapy and do all those things. But I still come from that generation where you harbor a lot of stuff in. And, hey, now this generation is more freelasting. It's a lot of catch-22s, man. I just really don't know how to feel. I'm just trying to figure this shit out right now,
Yeah, I mean, we all try to figure it out. They really just got to grow up. Like once you get older and you keep living, like you got to learn. Like it's different for us because we're the adults now. I'm pretty sure, like the adults, that was the adults when we was coming up. It was like, I don't know what these niggas going on.
Facts. Yes, facts. I see him out of touch. I literally had like early this week. First time somebody called me Unc was last week. I was like, oh damn. And the thing is, I don't know if he said it to be funny or if he was being for real. So I'm at my favorite hood wing spot, bro. Top notch. You know what I'm saying? We shot Steak and Shake there. I still get love anytime I go there. Shout out to all my homies over there. Yeah, top notch. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in there and I'm in there like, and all the folks there know me, but like, if I ain't come to the neighborhood, of course, like it's youngins popping up everywhere. This young nigga popped up in a shiesty. He was rapping. He just damn near kicked open. You know these young niggas, they just walk in the room. They gotta be loud. He was like, "Fofo on me, nigga. Hope that nigga don't." Just the shiesty on, just creating the energy of just like liveness. But I'll be like, all right, cool. I'm saying, do your thing, young nigga. Like he actually behind me, and I'm just, bro. I just like talking to the young niggas, getting their perspective, and I like to look these young niggas in their eyes, pause. But I just want to understand, like, hey, I see you, bro. You see me. I'm watching any sudden movements, nigga. I live in Memphis. That's for real. But like, young niggas was cool. Like they were, cracking jokes. I could see they just being young niggas. And on my way out, I'm just like, blah, 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 laughing about the food. I'm like, y'all young niggas be good. He was like, all right, peace, Unc. I was like, oh, hold on, nigga. Like, but the thing when he said it was like, he was like, peace, Unc. Like, damn, peace, fuck, nigga. Like, damn, bro. He had to, okay. And I really didn't know how to feel. Like, I don't know if it was a term of endearment or he was trying to get one off. But like, hey, bro, I'm understanding. I'm appreciating the culture for what it is. But we different now. We different.
I got a protest against that. So like, I don't even think I'm age yet. Like, call me big cousin. You know what I'm saying? Like, why we got to skip straight from that to Like, I ain't big bro. Like, I gotta go straight to
Man, he had some bass in his voice when he said that. What's up, I'm like, damn, nigga. All right, but. Understood, received, whoop-de-woo. Like I said, I'm carefree. As long as I can go home on my plate, bro. I ain't got no squabbles with you, youngin'. It's cool. Next topic, man.
What you eat?
Oh, bro. I got me some honey hot strips with lemon pepper and seasoned fries. Yeah, come on now. Top notch. Shot with my peoples, bro. Top notch. It's in Raleigh, man. It's in the Bay. What else we talk about? That was our conspiracy of the week. And the last thing I want to kind of just speak about, as like I said, man, this is a real talk. I really feel like we are losing our recipes, and we just need to do our due diligence. The people that understand just need to do their due diligence and just preserving culture in any aspect. That means from music, from family to life to even standards. Because I feel like morality is just even going down. I live in Memphis, bro. Like we see a lot of murder, a lot of crazy shit every fucking day. And also creating this podcast just created a safe space just for me to have an outlet, man. Like I don't really get into like the hoorah of like, of police matters or the hoorah of what's going on in our culture, because I'm like, hey, bro, like as many times as I don't say I love my people, I see these YNs will put a hole in me at the same time these cops will bust my head. So, hey, bro, I just feel like we damn near fending for ourselves. It sounds crazy, right? And I truly care about my people. But with that being said, a way that I appreciate my community is I care about like the ones that are around me, and I keep a horde of protection over them, because I feel like that's all I can do here. Maybe in another city I might have a different perspective, but I tell somebody right now, yo, I live in Gotham. And living in Gotham, honestly, Gotham no bad, man. I appreciate what's around me. And even if we are losing recipes, I'm going to be a voice to the things that I relate with, to things that I've seen, and to all the homies I've seen. So, yo, anytime we come back to this barbershop right here, and ladies, you can come to the barbershop too. If this needs to be the salon for you, it could be that. But I just want y'all to always feel like this is a safe space, and we're going to grow.